For the third time in 3 years, we got Pro Truck Champion here, Ty Tessmann. Started up front, got out front, and really weren't touched for 45 minutes.
Yeah, the start was really good. I got kind of gapped everybody, but then I seen Barry and Drew charging, so I was kind of getting nervous. I screwed up the rhythm section a couple times, and then just kind of smoothed it out. And I had one less pit stop than Barry, so kind of gapped at the end. But it was a really good race, and those two they're coming for me. So.
And you walked into this race as obviously the heavy favorite. You dominated qualifying. Is it kind of nerve-wracking when you got 14 people lined up, knowing that there's a big target on your back?
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking and puts a lot of pressure, but I just kind of run my own laps and just pray and just kind of get through it.
And the rhythm section was particularly tough. We saw a lot of times that you guys would have to back off after the second triple and just roll out of it. When those guys were charging hard behind you, not put any extra pressure, knowing that some of the trickier sections of the track, you really just had to nail it.
Yeah, you just kind of go around the track, and then you're kind of just waiting for that rhythm section to come, and you're just like, oh man, just try to get through it, and just it's not even that bad just singling out, but you still lose time and you just don't want to crash. That's a bad place because there's other trucks coming and marshals don't want to run out there. So to get that, I think is probably the key of the track.
There was a time then, Barry got pretty close for a while. He was within a straightaway of you for the lead. But then you started driving away a little bit, and there's a lot of action going on behind you. Is that a distraction, or does it let you focus on what you're doing?
When he was getting close, I was starting to get nervous. I was trying to pace myself, looking on as he would come by the front where I was, and just trying to keep track of that. But everybody screaming and flipping out in the driver's stand. It was kind of a little bit distracting, but just trying to do my own thing and go around the track.
And one of the things you talked about was an advantage was definitely pit strategy. You've always done well with fuel mileage, but of course every time you bring the truck into pit lane, you've got Dad grabbing it and Mom putting fuel in it, so it's kind of a chance to take a breath.
Yeah, you just kind of shake the arms, get everything blood flowing again, and they're super fast pits, so you don't get much time, so it's good.
And you had a bit of a gap at the end of it. You got to roll the entire rhythm section on the last lap and just put around the last couple of corners. And when did it really hit you that you had completed the first ever three-peat in Nitro Challenge history?
I don't ever finish the race until I cross the line, so it's just kind of, you don't want to finish, think you're winning and then do something stupid, so you just want to make sure you get across the line first.
And how excited are you to smell like awful cheap champagne?
That's one drawback, I guess, but it's good anyway. Hopefully we can get the buggy tomorrow, so looking forward to that. Yeah,
you did complete the sweep, I believe 2 years ago. So it's going to be a tough path to do that again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's 14 people in the main is not going to be easy, and the track's deteriorating, so it's going to be really tough in the main.
So you get to enjoy it for one night, and it's back to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
After the Pro Trucking main, we've got second place finisher Barry Pettit. Started deep in the field, had an incredible run. Didn't quite make it up front, but man, this has to feel good.
It's unreal. I still can't believe it happened.
And you seemed like you were just, from the start tone, definitely on a mission to get up front. Had a great battle with teammate Drew Moeller for a while, and there was quite a time there where you were the fastest truck on the track.
Well, me and Drew are comfortable driving with each other. We're teammates, so we have fun, and we hang out in the pits and stuff like that. So that was a good race. And then Ty and I are really good friends. We talk to each other a lot, and I went and hung out with him for a week, and we got to cut laps. So when I got close to him, it was just kind of like, we were at his home track, and we were just cutting laps together. So I was real comfortable the whole race, and it was an unreal feeling at the end.
And last year, you weren't even in the main in either class. This year, you made both of them. But this had to be, one of the best finishes of your career. And obviously, we still got people here that are all excited about it. But was it hard to stay focused knowing that, holy cow, I mean, you've never really been in that position before, and you're going for the win in one of the biggest races of the year?
I don't know. It was weird. I just, at the time, I was just looking at it Ty's a good friend, and we were just cutting laps, and it was just, my truck was good. My dad set it up perfect, and it's unreal. When a whole team you got a team like Mugen where, Chris, Tim, my dad, everybody contributes, the McGinnis help. I mean, it's just, when you have a team like that behind you, you don't need to stress. You drive your laps and have fun. So that's what Mugen's about, and that's what I love.
The 9-pack in the center of the track was the make or break. You know, we saw people make up a whole bunch of time if they can get through it. A whole bunch of people, or you lose a whole bunch of time if you crash through it. And pretty quickly in the race, you decided to double single out of it and had a great line coming on the straightaway and made up some time. When did you make that decision?
Before the race started. That last triple is gnarly, and it just, at this track, consistency is just the most critical thing ever. So before the race even started, I just went ahead and said, okay, I'm going to double single out every time, and it worked out. And
after, you know, not too far from the end of the race, Ty started getting away a little bit. You know, you had a crazy battle for third going on behind you. Was it tough to stay focused then, or did you just kind of decide, like, all right, I need to race for the second spot now? Don't need to push too hard to catch Ty. Don't need to do anything crazy and let the people behind me catch up.
It was getting pretty nervous, but just I was just having fun driving my RC car. I mean, I knew they were having fun. I knew I had a little bit of a gap, and you know, my goal coming into this race was just to even make the A main. So at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to chill, relax, and just finish these last 3-4 laps and just celebrate with my family and stuff. And it just worked out.
And you had your dad down in pit lane. It's got to be, you know, comfortable knowing that the guy that's putting fuel in your car, tuning your engines, everything. When did it hit you that this was a huge accomplishment, and how did you get to celebrate with him right after the race is over?
You know, just came down, gave him a big hug, but it didn't really hit me. I was sitting at my pit table and my knees kind of gave out, and I was just, you know, it's huge. I've dreamed about this race. This is my second time here, and it's for me to come and podium my second time here. I feel it's pretty cool. So I was stoked. My dad was stoked. My mom called. She was a wreck. So we just had fun.
You gotta, you know, you only get to celebrate for this for a little while. You gotta regroup and get back here in less than 24 hours for the buggy main. It's gonna be tough to get your mind in game mode for tomorrow.
No, not really, because I'll go in the same way as I did with that, because I was pumped up just to be in the main, and you know, this is icing on the cake, but it's still the same thing with buggy. I'm just happy to be in that main. I'm just going to cut laps, so it'll be the same thing.
Congratulations, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, Aaron.
We're standing here after the Pro Truck main event on Saturday evening. We've got third place finisher Dakota Pen. You had a bit of a rough start, but you charged back through the field, got back up on the podium.
Yeah, the start was definitely not what I was thinking. I went all the way back, I think like 9th or 10th, and then the rest of the beginning and then the middle wasn't the best either. I had quite a few bobbles, but towards the end I pulled together and managed a third. I had a great battle with Tebow towards the end, and it was a really fun race.
And there were several times throughout the middle of the race that you were the fastest truck on the track. It looked like, you know, you were just a couple of mistakes away from really, you know, catching the top two guys and making it a battle for the win.
Yeah, my truckie was awesome. My engine was perfect. Every time I came into pits, it was working great, and the tires hardly wore at all. Just too many mistakes.
And you were, you know, definitely the top TLR driver in the main. You know, you guys didn't have a whole lot of trucks in the final this year. Was it kind of tough being on your own up there?
Not too bad. I mean, my truckie's been working great all weekend. I haven't really made any sub changes or anything, so it was a good start. I didn't really have to do much to the truck.
And this is your first time in Arizona with the 3.0 truckie. Was it any sort of learning curve, or did you get a chance to practice with it beforehand?
I practiced with it a little bit beforehand. I pretty much came here with just Adam's setup, and it worked great from there.
And you're the top qualifier for the buggy main tomorrow night. This, you know, tonight didn't quite work out the way that you wanted, but is it going to be tough to, you know, focus on tomorrow?
No, I mean, today's over with now, so I'm just going to go in tomorrow with an open mind, hopefully get a good start, and then just work from there and make the least amount of mistakes as possible.
Well, congratulations on a third place finish tonight. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Yeah.